I know that from my school, and probably happens in other places, that there is certain creatures that people would shit themselves because that's terrifying to them. There's snakes, mice or rats, ghosts, heights, darkness. But one of the most common, in my opinion, from what I've learned, is spiders. And the one thing about spiders is that my family don't really have a fear of it. Only my brother doesn't like spiders when they touch his skin or get anywhere on the social distance, which I fully understand. But no spider fearing mostly. It's either just look at that spider, or like, oh, it's in the way, or just move you. Here you go. And if it comes to push or shove, like when it's like fucking like a Black Widow, like that never happens. Like that's like at least chance of a very deadly spider. But if that ever happened, that's the only time where push comes to shove, and we don't really let the spider free or keep it in our house. It's going to die. We all know it, and we all were planning to do that, whether if it's exterminators or by hand. But for the most part, it wasn't even like in 2020 when I was like, angel dust is hot, I'm a simp, yay, I am obsessed with spiders, Italian mafia, and Italy. No. First of all, somewhat inspiration. Second of all, this starts from right in the beginning. So it all started when I was a toddler. Yes, a toddler. These little fucks were a part of my toddler life. And more. Chillax. I kind of grew a bond with them. Kind of like a girl that had been raised by pit bulls. Anyways. So back then, in our old house, I mean by the house that I first remembered me living in the backyard, there would be one part of the house where there would be house spiders that are like chunky, but like that would be at least the size of your thumb, and that's how big they would be. I remembered, like that's their size limit. But we would throw ants and roly-polies at them. Only those two, because, well, those are the two that we were like, oh, we can pick them up. They won't fucking kill us. Like, you know, we were just like, we would, like, pretend this is, like, the webbing. And this was, like, an insect. We would have been like, eat it. And they would be like, and our mom would watch me and my siblings do that. Because, well, spider, insect, bunch of toddlers saying or being known that it's a good thing to do equals fucking Thanksgiving every day, you know what I mean? Even though they can literally, like, not eat for like 30 days straight. But anyway. And so, like, back then, of course, I was a little bit freaked out because imagine like this, like, you know, just like after these little insects wrapped them around, you just see these little beady eyes. Like, this, back then, I was like neutral of it, but I was mostly freaked out by it because imagine just right at your face. That's what I imagined. And I'm sorry for you guys having some weird ass trauma flashbacks or something like that. But my mom would reassure me, saying, "No, they won't hurt you. They're just doing the part of nature, which is the point." And look at me now. You know. I can't take myself seriously with these shits. Alright, here. But, basically, in other terms, throughout my childhood, my mom has been basically a reassurance to me and my siblings that spiders are good. They help us. This little bitch is beautiful. They will help us, and, well, of course you didn't tell us the negative ones, or else we'll be like, ah! But anyways, so, adding with that, I'm going to tell you some spider moments that were kind of, like, a little bit more interesting than the others. So, this one took back in middle school. I was doing, like, a little summer programming thing. Hold on. Anyways, the summer programming, basically, summer school, no summer camp. But, basically, we were at our middle school, and they did anything to keep us, like, all happy and shit, and, like, a little bit of education daily. Which was okay. But, one time, we went to Frankenmuth, and, we were ziplining. And it was somewhere in the woods. Not too deep, just in the woods, in Frankenmuth. So, while we had a break, we would buy, like, little snacks and drinks at the shop. And right as I was about to, like, we had, like, these little gloves as well to hold on to the thingy so our hands won't burn or get hurt that easily. But anyways, I was about to, like, crack open, like, a soda can or something like that. You know what I mean? And then out of nowhere, like, I was sitting right next to a big tall tree behind me, and I was on the wooden bench. So out of nowhere, right on my lap, a daddy long legs appeared, which I don't think they consider as a spider, but I'm just going to say it because, well, they look like spiders, sort of. Anyways, and my mind just goes, wow, there's a spider. So I decided to just put my gloves on, pick up the spider, and then just hung out with it. Just like, hey, what's up, my dude? And I would just, like, be like, okay, you go to here, because I used to have hermit crabs, like, years ago, so I kind of, like, gently handle it from one hand to another. So it hanged out on one hand, like, crawling up and down my arm, and I was just very chill about it, and I'm there just like, so, how are you? It was pretty chill, and other people had, like, daddy long legs in their hands, and whenever they just start casually walking around, people are like, either, dude, that is so cool, or like, ah! But anyways, I wasn't really social, nor am I now. That's why I'm making videos. But anyways, it was kind of a cool experience, because, well, I can say that I held a spider, insect, bug thing, and had no fear about it, basically. But anyways, one other time, one friend of mine, the one time that I went over to their house, their mother gave me, like, a little flower crown for, like, you are a great friend of my daughter's, here you go, and it was quite wholesome, and I have it hanging out on my desk, frame thing, mirror thing. But, one time I was trying to look good for a special occasion. I don't remember exactly what. But, I tried out the headband, and I'm like, oh, okay. This isn't really my thing, but I'm not going to get rid of it. I was about to take it off, but before I looked down at my feet, and I see this spider just, and I'm like, oh, sorry. And I'm just like, I removed the headband thing, and I slightly move it above me, and then gently watch the spider land to the ground and scurry underneath my bed. And don't worry, it didn't harass me. It was just scared. If I were it, and out of nowhere, this big ass titan's just like, and destroys my home, yeah, I would be scared too. So I was just like, okay. So yeah, those are my spiders experiences, and treat them like how pit bulls aren't stereotypically. They're just trying to do their job, unless if they're like fucking wolf spiders, black widows. Just like, if it's cold outside, then just put them like out on the porch. Make sure your windows are shut. But if it's like a black widow or any of the other venomous, dangerous spiders that will not have mercy, they don't give mercy back. I hope you have a great day. Be nice to spiders and pit bulls.